ka faɗi karka fasa yin addu'a. Karka fasa yin addu'a. Allah yana ji da ganin duk abin da ke tafiya. Karka fasa yin addu'a. Ko sau nawa ne ka faɗi karka fasa yin addu'a. Karka fasa yin addu'a. Allah yana ji da ganin duk abin da ke tafiya. Karka fasa yin addu'a. Ko sau nawa ne ka faɗi karka fasa yin addu'a. Ka ɗauki wannan hali ya zama maka sana'a. Tunanin mahasada ne wai karsu maka ba'a. Share su kawai Allahn da kake bi na fara'a. Daina kula da duk masu mai ka yasa a kanka. Inda kana kula su yanzu dan wana ka falka. Ci gaba da haskaka wata ran za su ganka. Farko ba karshe bane ɗauki maganar haka. Duniyar nan kowa na ta kai zuwan sama. A duk masu mai ka makaya sama suna fama. Lokacin ka ta yi yanzu ne kake da dama.
We've stopped it. We have already stopped it. We've stopped it.
It's quite unfortunate.
We're so sorry.
Quite unfortunate.
I didn't want to stop it either. But for the first time, we're agreeing on something with Anthony.
First time.
Oh my goodness.
Lord, we're going to start this well.
It looks like this episode is gonna be nice. Okay, I hope so. But I'm looking at the topic and I'm like, okay.
I don't want to say anything.
Anthony.
I want to remain my humble self, so let me not start this show with violence.
Okay.
Okay.
You just made me speechless. Hello, Lalas.
Hi, Prue.
It's it's always lovely to just be on this set. This set is just. I miss you guys. I miss you. Please exempt Anthony from this statement. It's not part of it. I miss you. I miss you guys. I miss you viewers.
I miss our viewers.
Tony, where have you been all my life? Tony, I miss you. Tony, I miss you. Oh my God. Tony, where have you been?
Okay.
Self-love and self-care.
Okay. All right. Okay. So today,
Okay, what's up?
You guys are dating, right?
Wow.
What are you asking
I'm
us a direct
asking
question?
Yes, it's a direct question.
If we are dating,
Yes,
presently.
you're dating. Like presently, you are.
Not we are.
I
Are
know
you?
now.
Yes,
you
I didn't
are
mean.
I
I didn't mean
now you are
Linda.
on condit.
I didn't mean Linda.
But now you are one condit.
Wow.
Like I don't.
Okay.
That's
Let's
right.
not fight
No,
about
you know
that.
my
one.
specs.
We
since right from
understand.
time.
We understand that he can be a very
Annoying
somebody.
somebody.
So let's keep that.
Okay.
Back to my question. I know people were trying to dodge the question, but I'm still bringing it back.
What's there to dodge?
Okay, you guys are dating,
It's
right?
not for me. It's either for me to answer or not. Now, will you force me to answer?
You
I
dodge
dodge
am.
am.
It's a simple
dodge am.
question. I just
See,
wanted
just
you
make
to
your
know.
point. Just make your point without the
Okay,
answer.
all right. My question was just so that I would understand whether what attracted
We've
you
been in
to the
relationships before.
person.
Continue.
Is it lust that attracted you to the person, or did you like love the person from the beginning of the
Love at first sight.
I'm not sure what language is that.
That was what happened to you. Abi?
No,
Like, honestly, I'm not sure what
she said
language I
it
just
is
spoke.
lost. So I'm saying love at first sight.
Okay.
But is there anything like
Are you
love
sure that love
at
at first sight like really is love at first sight?
Like, is
Are you
it
sure it's not
really,
lost
really
at first sight?
I don't know.
Because me, I want to believe that
You
love
just
grows.
I just said
Love
it's not
take
like
times
that was
to
what
grow.
happened
You
to
just
me.
said love at first sight, so I wanted to do.
A lot of people will tell you that, like, when I just saw you, I fell in love with you.
That's lost. Okay, that's what I think though.
That's
I don't
lost.
know about that.
Because as far as I'm concerned,
Who does tell
love-
us the topic, please?
Okay,
Okay.
sure. I'm sure we don't enter.
So we know what we're talking. So
what
they
we
don't
talk
get
about.
confused.
Okay, we are discussing. We are asking questions. It's basically
It's a
asking a question.
Please.
Do you think? In fact, is it true that
No,
is it
possible.
Is it possible that lust can lead to love? Okay, but that's not how we phrase it. We said can lust lead to love?
What's your answer?
That's a strong question.
Gaskiya. The truth is, it's going to be rare for you to, at the end of it all, having attracted to someone that you've lost over genuinely. So you've lost over and then coming to the person, coming to love the person genuinely. Like, it's extremely rare. It's
Relationship
rare.
experts say
Because that attraction of you being lost over the person is momentarily. Like it's just for the moment of. It's just for
But
the
if he's
moment.
not
It's
there
just. It's
again?
just for that. It's just.
So it's a fling.
It's just for that. Yeah. It's just for that.
It's a fling.
It's a fling now. Yes. Now it's just for that point in time. Like. Of which, after everything, you are likely not to.
This
What's
expression,
funny?
it seems like you have something to say about it.
To say.
Okay.
No, why are you laughing? Why are you
I
smiling?
said, make your
Land
point.
first.
Of course, it's a fling for me because you are just attracted to the physical things of which you've seen, and of which probably after you might have, dived in your urges.
Diving. Prudence, I'm sorry. Okay. The truth of it is that.
I was not done
No,
talking.
yeah, tough.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay, sorry.
So the moment when you've satisfied yourself sexually, because I want to believe that lust is I think it defines what sexual sex life and all of those sex activities.
Somebody is who knew that? Who knew that Anthony could stammer? Please.
What I'm trying to say,
Hello, Anthony is stammering on his head.
Like, what's happening to you? Like you're stammering.
This is a delicate thing. It has to be treated as such.
Like I did. Okay.
See,
All
people
right.
have made me to forget what I wanted to say. Continue.
That's because you didn't have the point.
Okay, Lala. Since Anthony does not know what to say anymore, can you just
Continue. I will think of how to.
You will
Anyways,
You
to
will
say
remember.
the truth here, when you talk about lust leading to love, it's a 50-50 thing. For me, I feel it is possible and I feel it's not. Because I can see this person I like, or rather I can just tell myself I love this person, but I don't love the person, maybe because of something I'm getting from the person, maybe because of the person's voice, maybe his height, maybe the way he looks and all of that, maybe the way he dresses, and then I decide to say I love this person, but I don't, because it's not a sincere thing. I feel if you love someone, it should be from your heart, and then it should be like out of any other thing. Like, it shouldn't be because of this particular thing. Like, I know some people will ask, like, let's say if you're in a relationship, maybe your partner can ask you, why do you love me? They end up saying because of your voice, or you end up saying because of your height, or you end up saying because you're cute or you're handsome and all of that. Now, what if all these things would disappear? What would you do? So I feel basically relationship experts will say yes, lust can lead to love, but then that does not guarantee a genuine relationship.
Okay, so I heard both sides, yeah?
Tell us your own side.
My sides. My own side.
Yes, talk. Shebi, you were laughing at me earlier. Talk.
Okay. So, here is it.
Auntie,
Okay.
talk.
I'm going to tell you. My baby, must you be aggressive? Chill.
I
be
thought you said you were a
patient.
gentleman, you're not.
Oh, yeah, continue. I am.
You're
now.
just being aggressive.
I'm just anticipating. Like, curious to know what
okay.
you want to
Can't
say.
wait.
yeah.
All right. So, technically, everybody has a point of attraction. You see somebody and you like the person at first sight. But you see, the thing about lust is that you are totally controlled by your emotions. And I'm speaking now in plenty English. Let me settle down well. Okay. All right. This is what I'm saying. So a lot of times you find that when you want to get in a relationship, or before you get into a relationship, it's something that attracts you to the person. Most times it's physical. And this is what you've seen and you like about this person. I want to have something to do with this person. I want to be in a relationship with this person. However, what we always fail to understand is that when we see that point of attraction, are we deliberate and we going into this saying, I want this relationship to be of love, and not just because I'm going to get something physical from this person, not just because I'm going to get into this person's pocket or get into this person's we're going to have a sexual interaction with this person. Like, no, that's not it. When you think that way, that's when you're lusting. So yeah, some people would say that at the first moment you can lust after someone and then later on it would turn into love. The only way that is possible is if you deliberately choose to love that person.
Because I think love.
But you see, the problem now is that not everybody that goes into lust For example, Amnon in the Bible, he lusted after his sister, slept with the raped her. Prudence.
Rape.
All right.
Where you from again?
Continue. We are watching you from the
alright.
high places.
He raped her, and the Bible recorded it this way. He said he hated her more than he ever loved her. So most of the times you see that this person approaches someone for because of lust. You see this lady, oh, she's beautiful, her structure is beautiful, I love her shape, her figure, her everything. I just want to have something sexual with this girl, and you go ahead and do it. Or you see a guy, I'm gonna be blonde hair, chiseled abs, fine face, beautiful voice.
He say, Father, it's his fault.
Okay.
Especially of men he creates these days.
I wanted to say something, but I
But
can't say it here.
I'm just giving a description. You know, we said we're going to be raw. We're going to be put it
course.
on the table here. So like, you have seen these things. You feel so attracted. Okay, I just want to have a sexual thing with this guy. I just want to. Let me just identify this guy. Let me just be identified with this guy. Let me have something with this guy, and then you go ahead and you get what you think you want. At the end of the day, this is what happens. It's either because this person is not really into you, and when I say into you, I mean like loves you. No, this person doesn't love you. Neither do you love that person. And at the end of the day, you would just end up doing what is entirely wrong, and at the end of the day you are not at peace, not with yourself, not with the other person. You people are just living a life that is just really not what it should be, and then you expect that suddenly you begin to love that person. I think that is going to be a hard one.
You know,
But that's why I try to paint that picture as much as possible. It's going to be hard because immediately after you've gotten what you wanted, the desire, the attractiveness that you had towards this person slowly begins to deteriorate, and you don't see it anymore, and then you begin to wonder, what exactly did I see in this person in the first place? See?
you know, in our society today, I think it is going to be best if we can really differentiate between lust and love, because if we were to look into our society, like if we were to look deep into even some of our like married couples today, some of the reasons why they keep having issues every now and then is because of the fact that they didn't take time to really get to know themselves. Did not allow that genuine love between them to be connected as such. I think some of these things that probably led to their getting married or being acquainted was because of the physical properties that the person possessed. And by the time you keep having the person every now and then, you become tired, you become fed up, everything begins to seem irritating to you. And aside from that, anything that, or let's say for instance, you happen to be in a relationship and then you keep realizing the fact that nothing, like you guys don't say anything reasonable as regards planning future together, aside the fact that aside the fact that everything will definitely lead to bedroom afterwards.
Of
like
course.
there is no future plan together, there is no any sensitive talk, there is no any genuine talk, there is no anything that would lead to you guys growing up together or probably building on yourselves as such. But as much as you guys see like one-on-one like this, everything, like whatever thing that comes to each other's mind is just to have fun with you, and then that will be the end. That will be the end of
You
it.
see why I
And
said
in that-
be
and that's
occupied.
regard.
That's why I
In
said
that-
you'll
in that
be
regard.
occupied. That's why I was saying that you are totally occupied with that person sexually, that you don't focus on what really matters. And as we are saying, before I let Lala say what she wants to say, that she wants to cut me short. But okay. So, and what really matters is that as a Christian, because we talk real deal about the struggles that we as youths, Christian youths are facing. So as a youth, you see somebody and you think that you like this person. It is key that you, as much as possible, you do your best to channel the love that you receive from God towards that person. That's the only way to do it. And because we are too focused on the desires of the flesh, we allow these sexual desires to override it, and we begin to think that lust is the main thing. You just want to have that's why you hear things like, I have to test run before I get married to this person. How can I go ahead and marry blindly without knowing what I'm going to get at the end of the day? No, that's not it. All those, you're just looking for reasons to satisfy your lust.
Get in between.
Okay,
Yes.
I think what I want to say right now is, you said, can lust lead to love? And I said 50-50, right? Right now, I think I've changed
I'm not
my
even sure
mind.
it's 50.
I
Yeah,
wanted
think
to
it's
counter
no.
that.
I think it's no, because you wanted to counter that since you
Since
No,
you
I
that's
wanted to-
why-
that was-
Please let me
you
say
let
what
her
I
land.
want to say.
Wait,
You're
she
allowed.
let her
I changed
land
my
first.
mind. Please let me land.
Okay.
Please. No, because lust is actually something that you just find yourself in it, and then you end up not appreciating that thing again.
Yes.
And then love, it's something that you sacrifice for.
You are deliberate.
You are
about it.
deliberate. You are intentional.
It grows.
It grows. You are able to say you love this person from your heart.
And it's still
And then
choosing.
when you
You
say
chose
I
to.
love you, it means, like, sometimes when I say I love you, my heart beats. That's because no, please.
Word.
I'm just trying to be sincere here.
Word.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you want to tell someone you love him, it should be that you feel
You
that
mean
thing.
it.
You mean it. Like, you need to tell yourself, I mean this thing. And when
But
you say
can I
it-
ask you a question before you continue ahead?
Yes,
So you can say that you mean it. That's why you're saying that you love
Yes.
this person.
So you usually have this
But
butterfly feelings.
Yes,
but
yes.
Wow.
those that really lost after others at that moment are overwhelmed with the loss that they really think that they
They're
do
loving
mean
that
that they love the
person.
person, right?
But when it gets, yes, of course, and then it gets to a point that you realize that there are things you can do for that person, and there are things you decide not to do.
But sure, you know that
Because-
people know that lust too can demand for sacrifice too.
Of course, but
Because-
then
because-
We're
that's
not
the
disputing
truth.
that
Yes,
fact.
Okay.
we're not disputing that
Because love
fact.
is not
but,
about. It's not only love that sacrifices.
But do you
lust
realize that
does.
if you're lusting over someone, there's no future in it?
You see,
because-
that's just one of the outstanding.
Because you guys don't even talk
factor.
about the important things that
That
you need to
matter.
talk about.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because there are sensitive things that you need to discuss with your
And you
partner,
don't
and
discuss
you
it.
don't discuss all those things because you know that you feel it is not important. You feel, let's just get this thing over and
You
done.
don't
we are
see-
overwhelmed
the-
by the
By
mushy
the- oh,
feeling.
Lord, you
The thing is, you don't
understand?
see anything to discuss now
Yes.
when you
So
are being
please,
faced with
love
physical things that
cannot
you lost
lead
over.
to love. If you love someone,
You are seeing
be able
temptation in
to-
your front. I still
Do
want
you
to go and
understand?
talk. What do you want to go and say?
What do you want to talk about
What do you want to
again?
talk about?
And honestly, the thing is that lust is too focused on the body
True.
that
true.
it doesn't look at the soul.
The soul. So
so
cannot
when
lead
you
to
love, yes,
Can,
and
it
when you
can.
love,
just that it is rare.
it's like next.
rare.
like 99.
But let me say this thing. It's this way. You know how the Bible keeps telling us that we should watch that we don't let the flesh control the spirit. That's basically what it is. You can't tell me as a Christian that you would believe that lust can lead to love. No. Yes, you would admire somebody by first sight, but that does not mean, you know, the thing about lust is that if you admire this person, like I just look at I don't
Tony,
want
please.
to look at Lalas and
Look
then
at Tony.
and I don't want to use Tony because I know that at the end of this show I
Wow, woo, I like this. So please
I refuse
use
to say
someone
let me
anything.
else.
just use somebody.
Yes.
I refuse to say anything.
Outside
Okay.
this place.
All right.
Before Tony, you feel very
Which name will come
important.
to my head now?
Should I give you a name?
Yes.
James,
give me
just
a
use any name at
Ayuba.
random.
I'm giving you a name now. Or rather, Mr. Hassan.
Whoa! Thank you very much. I'll go with James.
It's still Mr. Hassan because Hassan is James. So just I've given you options though.
In
Just
fact,
take a pick.
I'm going to use Andrew. so for instance,
Are you sure Andrew's not one of your crushes somewhere?
Please
just
let her
let
talk
me be.
now.
Let me land.
Stop attacking her.
Okay.
Okay, so for instance, I see Andrew, but the thing is that when I see Andrew, I just see Andrew who goes to the gym, Andrew who has a nice
Six
voice. I
packs.
see,
Do you
I
have
see
something
Andrew
in
that
mind?
is
Arranged beards.
that has a neat cut beard and
Oh,
some.
Lord.
That's
She's
what I
lost in
see,
already.
and immediately
She's
I'm like,
lost in already.
I'm like, okay, I like this. I think I'm attracted to this. But as a Christian, this is the reaction you have. You do like this, but that's not what your game is. That's not what you're aiming for. You're aiming for Andrew substance.
True.
Andrew, what would Andrew do when he's angry? What will Andrew do when he meets an obstacle? What will Andrew do when he's faced with a situation? How would Andrew react when he is around people? That's what you're looking for. How is Andrew's life to God? And that's the most thing that you should be looking at as a Christian. The first thing, in fact, how is Andrew's relationship with God? That's what you should focus on. But in as much as we don't focus on that, and you focus more on Andrew as the guy who gyms and has the six pack,
Like someone who confesses
and you just want
and
you just want to dive into the whole.
yeah, true.
Then you go ahead and you continue to let the flesh be the dictator of you. Then you would not get the substance of love.
True.
When God was teaching us how to love, he did not tell us that love is what you see. Because if he did tell us that love is what you see, he will not tell us to love our enemies. And when we say, and people will say that that's a different kind of love, but I tell you the truth, that's not it. Because as much as you think that feelings will keep you in a marriage, it doesn't.
That's right.
Because it's that love, that very love that you want to say it does not matter in a marriage. That's the love. That's the
love.
original
When
love
you
that
talk
keeps
about
your
love,
marriage
like,
going.
when considering love, you should consider things like patience, consider things like endurance, consider things like passion, consider things like sacrifice, and believe kindness too. And believe you me, lust has none of these attributes if not for sacrifice. And sacrifice, now that sacrifice is going to be built on what you are going to get in return afterwards. But then genuine love doesn't mean like it comes unconditionally. It doesn't mean it has to be returned. It has to be reciprocated. But for the fact that you are just being genuine to this person, you are just being affectionate towards this person, there is nothing that this person will do to you that will probably discourage you or stop you from loving that kind of person. And the reason why 99% of lust cannot make up to loving or cannot birth love is because of the fact that, one, your foundation is not solid, your foundation is not guaranteed. So it's not genuine, rather your foundation is not genuine. And when something is not genuine from the foundation, you should know that the ending result is going to be a nemesis. It's going to be nemesis rather.
What's happening to everybody? Anyways, if you love someone, love the person sincerely.
But then we are not saying that one should not like one's physical looks.
But don't
allow it to drive you.
Yes,
don't allow it to drive you.
It's like this.
So it won't be as if we are saying.
It's like this, as the Bible will say. And you know me, I like quoting
You be
scriptures.
pastor picking us.
PK.
Continue.
It's as the Bible says.
Let her continue first.
Do not be conformed. I love this passage a lot. Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And if you're transformed by the renewal of your mind, you would be able to love purely. And to love purely is that you choose to do as God has appointed and as God has instructed. And what is it that God has instructed us to do? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if you love your neighbor as you love yourself, like personally, I love myself so much that I hate it that I'm walking on the street and a guy just decides to undress me on the road.
Yeah, I get that.
It's irritating. So I would not want to transfer that to somebody else because I know how irritating it feels for me. That's basically what you do.
You're just practicing.
So when you love yourself, you're able to channel this love to another person. And because you love this person from the depth of your heart with all honesty, you would not just be driven by lust to just get something out of this person, and at the end of the day, things just
change or
and although we might want to continue discussing about lust and love,
but in conclusion,
our time is like really fast spent. So yes, You don't dwell on that. If you are driven by lust, then just know that you have allowed your flesh to take control of you completely. But if you are not driven, if you are driven by love, then you know that God is your source, and you know that God is your direction, and the person that gives you the instructions, and how you live your life is all dependent on him. And that's basically what we do here. We tell you all these truths so that you would go out there and live according to the instructions of God, and according to the instructions of God you are to be holy, as the one who called you is.
And in
If
addition,
you are attracted to someone because of his physical appearance, please
This
tell
physical
yourself
Omo, take it easy on us.
it's not all about that. It's all about his
Yes.
soul, what he
Yes.
has inside of him,
Yes.
and what he can give out. Don't always look at what he has, maybe the money, or maybe his appearances, or maybe something.
All
Don't
these
just look-
things fade.
they all fade, because if it's not there again, what would you see? That means you will not love the person again. You start hating the person, because you will feel this thing I was liking, or this thing I was loving in this person is no longer there again. So please don't get lost, but rather love someone.
And in addition, it's not all about the sexual act all alone, but then even your mere looking at the person lustfully, you've committed the sin.
Hey, well, Pastor speaking. You want to
PK.
shake table at the end
Thank
of the
you
show.
very
Thank you
much.
I
very
am
much.
signing out.
Yes, we're signing out with this song.
Damun ka shiga ɗaki ka durkusa, ka yi addu'a ga Allah, faɗa inda ka kasa. Shi mai tausayi ne ko zunubai sun yi tsasa, don shi baya kin wanda ya ce zai dawo kusa. Ko sau nawa ne ka faɗi kar ka fasa yin addu'a. Kar ka fasa yin addu'a. Allah yana ji da ganin duk abin da ke tafiya. Kar ka fasa yin addu'a. Ko sau nawa ne ka faɗi kar ka fasa yin addu'a. Kar ka fasa yin addu'a. Allah yana ji da ganin duk abin da ke tafiya.